Hello everyone again, back with Alan. We've got some different bikes today. We've got a Canyon Spectral on and a Canyon Neuron on.
Still on Canyons.
We're gonna have a ride today and we're in Livorno. Riding the Canyon uphill, what do you reckon?
That fits pretty good.
Yeah.
What size is this one? A large?
Large.
Yeah, fits spot on, isn't it? 5'10", probably to 6 foot.
Alan is guiding me today. Part 2. It won't be as long because we're just doing a short day.
That's what Alex thinks.
So we will do a podcast.
Just ride in like 4 days, so like I'm going to stay out till the battery's flat.
Right, so we're on a trail I have no idea about. So I'm blind, so if I crash, it's his fault. This reminds me of Puntala. Wrong gear, of course.
That little section there, where I really like the overrun on the Bosch motor.
Yeah.
You just do your crank, stop, and the bike goes boop through the gap, and then
Okay, this is the jump. Oh, bottomed that out. Slippy, but fun. Feet out a bit. I just followed you. Oh, yeah. Nothing. It's actually quite long as well. If it was drier, it would be even faster. Did you hit your pedal?
it's good enduro trail, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, I haven't talked about it with Alan, but I'm just going to surprise him here in Neuron on. What do you reckon?
That's pretty good, isn't it? I think the most surprising thing was how quick. I mean, the bit where you stopped filming,
Yeah.
there was that steep climb out. I didn't think I was going to make it, and just like
You went.
rocket straight up. Yeah, just straight up the hill. It's pretty cool. Power of the Bosch motor.
The geometry on this on the front is the same as the Spectral on, but they have changed the rear, obviously, for the 29er.
I like how the charging port doesn't exist anymore in the cover. What happened there?
Got lost.
Got lost.
There's like a spare part Bosch carry. I've seen those in the Bosch Tech guys' truck. These bikes are pretty good. So Spectral on here, 900, but we're just saying earlier that the 900 is almost excessive, isn't it?
I've had that bike with 900 in it, and I was always done physically fatigued from the ride, and maybe not the same kind of fatigue you get when you just go and pedal up all the hills on your own steam. But
that was a workout, what we just did.
But like how muscular you have to be on the bike, how physical they are.
Yeah.
You do that to drain a 900, and you're drained. You actually need to be really fit to rinse the big battery, and I'm not fit enough. We're
at the top of the world. Look at the view, beautiful.
No idea what it's called.
And there's no one else here. And
it wouldn't be a trail, would it, without some like transmitter towers or some electric cables.
Best place to build trails because no one's going to tell you to unbuild them. Take it easy. Yes. I just need to stop a second. Hang on. Retreat. Overcooked it, but it's okay.
You go from bone dry, sunny grip into this wet, slick rock.
That's sketch as hell. Right, so we came down that trail and that was quite fun. Did it second time there. The Spectral on versus the Neuron on, which is kind of, this video is kind of becoming that. Spectral on, how amazing it is to get your weight down low and you can kind of rail and almost drift through corners. Same geometry, front triangle as the Neuron on, but this has got a 36.
Probably got a bit more travel in the front too, or is it the same?
A little bit more,
10 mil more or something?
Yeah, 10 mil more. I think it's 150 this, it's 140. Like a 36 on this bike, a difference though, might improve the tracking.
Yeah, down that trail you could definitely feel where the 34 feels a little bit more wayward.
Yeah.
And like, but then I don't even know if that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because what it does do is it means you kind of like, you feel that the front wheels kind of get deflected and hands are in the same place, so the bike sort of finds its natural line.
Yeah.
It's just like, maybe if you're a heavier rider and it felt like that all the time, it wouldn't be like the best feeling, but it's like, I don't know, it might be better, it might be worse. It's like, it's hard to say. Maybe like, and that could be, if you change the forks, if you change the travel and you change the geo, you change a lot of things, but it's not like it feels under forked. It just feels in certain situations where like it's sketchy.
The 34 is actually a good fork. It's a good fork.
Works well. I mean, it's for this bike. I mean, it's it's like what's interesting too. So this is a double 29,
Yeah.
whereas that's an MX bike. It still feels lively. It still feels dynamic. It's like they've done a really good job, like using the suspension to make the bike feel. Like,
It just springs along, doesn't it? It's like the bike sort of goes like.
I thought the bike would have looped out on that climb.
No, it doesn't.
That we did in video. No. The one that you didn't make.
Yeah, I know, the one I didn't film.
Yeah.
But I really like it. It's such a good bike.
Yeah, you got sucked into the drive, didn't you?
Yeah,
you got sucked into more travel, more torque.
Yeah.
And then you ride. The thing about this bike is you're right when you say it feels low and the grip feels. Like,
yeah.
What's really interesting is that you are low in the bike, the weight's low in the bike, but the bike drifts really evenly.
Yeah, it does.
Front to back, and it's really easy to ride because of that, because it's not like the two ends aren't kind of working against each other.
No. So on that last trail, there's this techie sort of corkscrew bit towards the end, and it just, you feel like you go, uh-oh, but no, it tracks, it goes well, really, it really flows well down that kind of techie.
Yeah, it's a really fun bike, this one.
Yeah. It's a sweet spot, look at this. It's a perfect place.
I think that Monte Serra. Out the back, you do it, would you?
Okay, I was expecting to whack the bottom breath out. Some experience in the waters. This. Wow, that's a lot. Oh my god. Just, although, even if it's rough.
That's pretty wild, isn't it?
This ride today includes the sea. Look at the view.
Cool, isn't it?
That's amazing. Uh-oh.
Nice rusty nail.
Big. Oh my god. Basically, the nail went through the tyre, ripped the rim tape on the inside, so it was all leaking through the rim and out the valves, and Alan is now pumping up the tyre. Oh wow, this is... Yeah. Oh my god, this is brutal. Oh, just blasted through, sorry. It's fun. You can't ride that. Look at that pole to catch you on the exit there. So if we rode that, and you clip that pole there, nice to do a bike review.
Way too loud.
Do that.
Yeah?
Wow, look at that.
I know, it's pretty wild, isn't it?
Some really gnarly spots. The last trail, we just
only the middle bit's smooth. You get the speed and you get the flow, and then it goes. You just dive back into that wild section. It's really hard. It's like you need to know exactly where you're going.
Sort of almost like an ultimate comparison, apart from the very steep climb, of the Neuron on versus the Spectral on.
I got a better comparison than that though. I've been coming here for probably like 8 years. Every Christmas.
So we've had to switch cameras because mine just keeps dying. Go for
I wouldn't compare this to that. I'll compare it to 6 other bikes that I've ridden down that trail.
6?
Yeah, totally. So I've ridden the Yeti SB150 down there. I've ridden the Dreadnought down there. I've ridden an Enduro down there. I've ridden a Orbea Rallon down there. I've ridden a Commensal Meta AM down there. And what's really wild is that this is effectively a short travel bike, the Neuron on, and I'd say I felt more confident on this than any of the analog bikes I've ridden down there.
Really?
Yeah, totally. So what I'd be really interested to know, when you have EDR and EDR, which is EWS or EWS, whatever we want to call it, are the e-bike riders actually faster on the stages, on the same stages as the analog riders?
I haven't compared the numbers.
Yeah, because I don't know, I just felt so much more confident on this bike, even though it's got less travel than the Enduro bikes I've ridden down there. Okay, granted, it's got Enduro bike tires on it, but the bike felt like really composed, really easy to ride. It was like, it's pretty cool for a short travel bike.
For me, it's always been a struggle to actually select between the Neuron on and the Spectral on, which is there. I don't really know which would be my preferred bike to buy.
Hold on a second. When you hit the gnarly bit there, you're like, I think I need to strive on. Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah. Just drive on for most things, but if one of these bikes is an option, I mean, keeping objectively, I think the Neuron is excellent value for money.
The other thing I found on those like real chunky bits, I think having the double 29, because here's the gradient's not steep. Apart from that one chute that we rode, nothing else is steep, so you're not worried about buzzing your ass on the tire.
No.
And the big wheels just keep the bike over that, you know, that classic, we call it classic Italian chunk.
Yeah.
It basically, the bike just rolls through it better with bigger wheels.
It's true. It's true. Thanks for watching the video, and hopefully go and watch Alan on MBR. So he's got some good tests out there.
Yeah, thanks for bringing the bikes along again, because I had no bike with me this Christmas, so like it's amazing.
Yeah, well, always
thanks to Canyon, because they supplied them.
Yeah, of course. Canyon are always super happy to get their bikes out on videos there. Anyway, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.